Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Ni no Kuni. In the last episode, we left the Temple of Trials and discovered that, Old Smokey was erupting, and we ignored it promptly, and we did some side quests or bounty hunts rather, where we hunted down familiars, and we got some new familiars of our own to round out our party. And again, the volcano is still erupting, and we're just gonna ignore that, because I got Terberry. And he wanted us to find a Turbandit and a green buncher, so that's what we found. You'll also notice I changed the party and I put Wrath on the sidelines. I thought about it. Wrath is going to be interesting for us later, but at the current moment he's not really helping our party that much. So I gave Esther Banana Joe, who's Floral, which is one of the types she's good with. Well, he's Flora, which is one of the types she's good with. So everything on her team right now is something that she is good with. She's got Aquatica, she's got Aves, she's got Flora. And I put Faye back into his normal spot because having a water move on a volcano which is probably filled with fire creatures is probably a smart move. Granted, Faye is weak to fire, but it's the only thing that really has a water move on our team. I mean, Hake7 will learn a water move, but he's not going to learn that until level 17, and he's only at level 9 right now. So I'd have to grind a long time to do that. So we're just going to get this side quest done while we're here, anyway. Excellent! Oh yes, just look at that! The bunching of Babanathorm's protuberances, possibly for defensive purposes? I can guarantee that is what that's for, because he is really tanky. And the rich purple of the turban. I think you'll find that that's to discourage predators. Sure. Yes, these are indeed the creatures I wish to study. Not the best specimens, perhaps, but they'll do. Well, screw you, Derwin. Gee, he could at least say thank you. Yes, he flippin' well could, ungrateful little so-and-so. Yes, Some very interesting data. This will certainly raise some eyebrows at the familiarological fraternity. It's no use, Mon. Specky here's in a world of his own. Come on, let's just leave him to it. Oh, here. And now I suddenly forgive you. 500 guilders, star drop, moon drop. I can evolve people now. Alright, so who we giving what to? Nice. Let's take a look at our metamorph goals. I know Faye needs it, and so does Wrath. Like I established, Wrath isn't really all that useful right now. When he evolves into a Chloroboro, his next form, he's gonna get a wind move, but we already have a wind move with Angelus, so he's not on my top priority list. And Gogo's a moon, so I can use the moon drop on Gogo right now. So, let's get cracking, shall we? We'll start by giving Faye a Star Drop to evolve him into a Sprout Sprite, which will give him Bubble Bath, Razzle Dazzle, and Healing Rain as obtainable abilities. Nice. Okay, and you like cakes. I want to save that one, though. I'm, like, really ridiculously low on cakes. I mean, I suppose really good on pies. I forget who likes pie. Wait, I have this on my tags and things that I have open. I put all of the familiars' favorite foods in here. Who likes pie? Pie. Ah, Hake7 likes pie. Do I want to give him these pies now, or do I want to wait? I'm gonna wait for something later, actually. I also have to get my stuff up. Banana Joe likes flan. I could give him the creamy flan, but I'm gonna wait on that too. We're gonna wait a bit to give these guys their treats, because, like I said, I'm kind of low on things, and there might be something I could do later to get more of those, but that's not what we're worried about right now. And I don't really care about Terberry being on our team right now, so I just drop Terberry off. Retrieve Babs, because I know I will want her on the team at some point. Zero we're leaving off for now, actually, because Wrath threw a kind of monkey wrench into my plans. Because I would like to have Zero on the team somewhere, but Wrath just fits Oliver's stuff really well, and I don't know if I want to, you know, give him stuff. Let's see, who needs equipment right now? Banana Joe desperately does. He uses badges and axes, so I'll need to get an axe and a badge. Babs and Spooky need it, but they are in reserve, so I'll worry about them later. Wrath needs a weapon. I could trouble for a weapon, but we'll see. And then we'll move to the volcano and we can get everything on the road. Let's see. I could give Banana Joe a woodcutter's axe like I gave to Angelus. That'll lower his accuracy, raise his attack by a lot, but that's expensive. I could go for the wooden mallet, which is cheaper and not as strong, but it doesn't reduce his accuracy at all, and it saves me some money to buy other equipment. I think that's what I'm going to do. Wood mallet. Give that good old Banana Joe. Alright, yeah, I prefer having the mist robes on, honestly, for them. Banana Joe does not have armor. I could buy that shield for... Wait, does he even use shield? No, yeah, I think he does. I will buy a shield for Spooky. Okay, so, let's see, we have badges, the Bravado badge, the Braggart badge. I don't really care for Banana Joe having magical attack. Battler's badge, he's defensive, heavily defensive, so that would actually be really good for him. And my phone is vibrating because I'm getting a call from New York, which is probably spam, but we're going to ignore that completely. I can't afford that spear for Ouroboros. I don't know if you can hear that on the recording, but we're all going to ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. There we go, it stopped. Okay, let's see. Need another badge for him and he's fully equipped, but for now that's fine. I still need to get fangs for Angelus. That could take a while. I suppose I could go to Ding Dong Dell to buy a bunch of Giant's fangs for everyone that needs fangs, but... Wait, I never equipped Spooky with a sword? How? Take your bone sword. Honestly, how did I forget to do that? Oh, and I guess I never put the horn on either. I mean, I could also give him claws, but I'm gonna give him the spiral horn because, I mean, I only have one crude claw right now. I don't have anything for you, right? No, they're equipped. We'll take some time to actually get him a spear, Wrath, but he's not super duper important right now to get that spear for. Anyway, Go-Go, you need your Moondrop to become the Strongo. Now it can obtain Healthy Glow, Bubble Bath, Hocus Pocus, and Crosswind. And once we're done with this, we will move on our merry way to Old Smokey. We spend enough time in town and me babbling about what strategies I'm going to employ. I never gave you anything? Really? Then again, like I said before, I'm kind of low on everything. You're ice cream, right? Yeah, let's give you an ice cream. I would have preferred to keep that, but we need to give it some more evasion. It's kind of ridiculous where it was at. Not having any. Maybe off screen I'll, like, try and get some treats together for them. But I'll worry about that at a later date when I have money to throw away to get them more stats. I mean, it's important to have their stats looked after. I'm not gonna lie to you people, but I'm more worried about getting all my familiars fully equipped before I worry about giving them treats for stat buffs. Because, I mean, equipment gives stat buffs too, so... Oh yeah, it's gonna be quite a walk till we get there, but I can fight this for it for some money. I need it. Nice. New familiars got 2 levels in that one battle. Let's see. Really good game on magical attack, +8. Also really nice gains on Go-Go. Banana Joe got +15 magical attack and +18 defense. Dang. I mean, none will ever beat the +38 that Wrath got in one of his games, but dang. Although I shouldn't say that, I mean, I can't predict the future. Maybe something will have more stat points later on. Ah, that makes me happy, seeing those things run in fear of me. No, don't come toward me! Ruining my... Oh, wow. Getting all them levels. I don't know if I showed it or not, but, the clubber wanted to join us, and I don't remember if I have one in my familiar retreat or not, and I really don't care. I think we do. That's why I don't really care about it. Oh, go Angelus! Faye's starting to cool down, getting the 1 increase, and so is Go-Go. Banana Joe's still going strong now. Alright. We're about to reach near Old Smokey, which is its own area with its own different familiars than Old Smokey has, so we'll be going over bios for both near Old Smokey and actually at Old Smokey when we get to Old Smokey. Well, you know what? This guy really wants to fight us. Let's see, what do we have? Ooh! Man, they are just climbing. Ooh, and some Babanas. Nice. Optimally, I would like Hake 7 to get up to level 17 before we get to the top of the mountain, but I don't see that happening. It's worth a shot, but I think at best, Faye will get its new water move that does more damage for more MP. But we'll see. Okay, I'll consider this the area where near Old Smokey is. We can already see the new familiar, so I'm going to go over the bios right now. There's not many, only 3 new familiars to go over. So I'm going to cut this, and I will see you at the first familiar. Alright, and the first on our list here is the Little Bighorn. Creatures that carry almost twice their body weight in the form of 2 large horns. Never observed without their masks, even in the most stifling of conditions. They are resistant to physical attacks. They are born under the star sign and can drop crunchy carrots and a sour sundae. Which sundaes, I learned, are Wrath's favorite treat. Anyway, they can know Poison Pinch, Spire of Fire, and more. Now, what can our little Bighorn friends become? They can become the Bighorn! Extremely fond of fighting, individual Bighorns have been known to take on hordes of enemies by themselves. Like the previous form, it is resistant to physical and born under Star. They can drop Star Drops and Raw Steel. It's unknown where they're found. They can know Yoo-Hoo, Fling Flame, Smash Hit, and more. And they can evolve into the Batterhorn, creatures that charm enemies with their elegant crests of feathers before bludgeoning them with the giant horns they carry. Like the other forms, well, not immune, but resistant to physical attacks. But this one is born under the moon sign, unknown where you could find them, unknown what they would drop, but they know Enlighten, Whirligig, Thunderstorm, and more. And the other form Bighorn can become is the Splatterhorn, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to the Matterhorn, which is a fun pun. Anyway, notable for their strong sense of responsibility, these creatures never abandon injured companions, or show any mercy when taking out revenge. Actually, I suppose the Batterhorn could also be a Matterhorn reference, but that's neither here nor there. It is resistant to physical attacks and born under the same sign as Batterhorn. It's unknown where you could find them, unknown what they would drop, but they can know Healing Rain, Bracer, Petrifying Poke, and more. So if I had to guess just from their abilities, Batterhorn looks like he's more of a magical attacker, while Splatterhorn over here looks like he's more about control, you know, healing, putting debuffs on the enemy, that sort of thing. But now we move on to our next one on the list, and now we have Small Fry, mischievous little creatures that reside in the foothills of Old Smokey. They like nothing more than playing with fire, much to the annoyance of those that have to live alongside them. Because obviously it's a fire creature, it's going to be resistant to fire and weak to water. They are born under the star sign and can drop Curse Begons and Ember Stones. These can know Fling Flame, Pebble Pelt, and Body Blast. Now, oh dang it, my laptop's dying. I'm going to have to plug in the charger before it dies on me in the middle of recording. Anyway, I think it looks cute with that little pacifier in its mouth, but, and the typer, but let's move on. Now, the next form is the Deep Fry. Old Smokey is infested with these troublesome creatures, who are unaccountably attached to the burning rocks that they insist on carrying everywhere. Like the previous form, it is resistant to fire, weak to water, and born under the star sign. They can be found, as previously stated in its entry, at Old Smokey. Which means I don't have to go over this again when we actually get to Old Smokey's familiars, because there's a few that are going to be there that are... Well, actually, there's only 2 that are reminders. Anyway, they can drop white bread and star drops. They can know Hot Huff, Sea Sense, Firewall, and more. Now, that's another thing to keep in mind. If you want to get the small fry, you could get a small fry before you head in to Old Smokey, or you could just go into Old Smokey and get the deep fry. The one downside, of course, being is if you evolve your small fry into the deep fry, you can carry over the stat gains that you would have given them with giving them treats and such. You can't do that if you just get a deep fry. So whatever it starts at is what you get. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, deep fry can become the fire fry. Aggressive little creatures with a permanent, ill-natured grin. The fire on top of their heads burns brighter as they get angrier. Like the previous forms, they are resistant to fire, but weak to water. They are born under the star sign like the other forms, and can be found near the miasmal marshes. They drop cheeseburgers and jade marbles. They can know Spire Fire, Rockfall, Hocus Focus, and more. Right, and the last on your list here, you got the Flash Fry. Flash Fry's iron masks allow them to withstand the hottest and brightest flames, while also keeping their identity a secret from prying eyes. Like all of the other forms, resistant to fire, weak to water, born under star. Unknown where you would find them though, and unknown what they would drop, but they can know Heat Ray, Belly Buster, Time to Shine, and more. Now, I could be totally wrong with this assumption, but I'm guessing that Fire Fry is more offensive while Flash Fry is more defensive. Again, this is just me hypothesizing based on their appearance, so I could be way off. But now we move on to the last thing that's just near the Old Smokey. And lastly, we have Bogliboo. Though these creatures are not considered to be evil, they do have a childlike love of mischief. Their favorite trick is creeping up behind travelers and flicking their ears. They are weak to storm. They are born under the sun sign. They can be found near Old Smokey and drop fluffy rice and sandwiches. They can know Enlighten, Fling Flame, and Thunder Spark. And I just realized I already went over all this when we had them as a familiar that you could get in the Temple of Trials. Huh. Well, here's a reminder. You can catch them near Old Smokey. So yeah. Remember I said you could get these relatively soon? Here's Bogliboo. I mean, I suppose, again, referencing the Temple of Trials, if you want to get it early, you can, but, I mean, you can get him really soon. You just have to spend the time to catch him. These are what it evolves into. I'm pretty sure I went over all these anyway when we originally had the chance to get them, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. Let's see, how are we doing on time right now? I do have to get cuts, so I can go further. Alright. I need to remember triangle just instantly gets me out of there. Alright. You are technically a new enemy, so let us fight, Bighorn! Oh, and a sunshine. That's interesting. Granted, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I didn't realize I could battle sunshines, things from the shimmering sands alongside of the things near Old Smokey. That is really neat. No! I was right in it! Ow! Alright, let's go... Well, let's give Sir Korit some time to shine. It's been a while. I know he's resistant to physical, but... Got him! Doesn't matter. Sir Korit is stronger! Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Nice gains. Yeah, there's no way we're getting Hake 7 to level 17 before we get to the top of the mountain. Oh well. Gains aren't too bad. Master, if you know it's good for you, you're not going to use... Dang. Faye and Go-Go are gaining really well. They're just getting levels left and right. Then again, I mean, they're significantly lower than us at the moment. Hey, look, there's, what's it called? I just read the damn thing. Small Fry!
Come on!
Duh!
Here goes!
Alright, this should be easy. Feel the... Well, I was gonna say feel the burn, but he's burning, so... Not accurate. Feel the wet? Oh, that sounds creepy. Feel the soak. Yeah! Oh wait, I was trying to tell Esther something. Well, I mean, why did I switch to her? That was dumb of me. Well, it's dead now. Irrelevant.
We did it!
Oh, Banana Joe got a level. Which reminds me, as I was trying to say, Esther, if you know what's good for you, you're not going to use Banana Joe here on the mountain of literal fire. Oh, and the spicy seeds we need. We need to get 3 of those. And no, just because the picture shows 3 does not mean it has 3 there.
Come on, you guys! Here goes!
No levels this time, but Hockey 7 is close. Whoa, that was a big shake. Aha, there's the other seed we need. And I see where the last one's gonna be. At least I think that's where it's gonna be. Oh dear, we can't get across. If only there was a spell for that. There is! Bridge! Second instance of us having to use bridge. Wonder when we'll go to the other side of Ding Dong Dell, where I made that bridge. Oh, look, sun shines. I guess they can be here too. Well, never mind. And that little jingle means that we are good. Ooh, Baneflower. I didn't mean to talk to you, Mr. Trippy. As soon as you see that heart mark, it's time for Esther to take over and start serenading. I know. Mr. Trippy, did you think I forgot how to serenade? I did it for several hours. And this is the second day I'm doing recordings. Because I kept serenading things. Or trying to, at the very least. Anyway, Old Smokey, the Molten Mountain. And that one was kind of rushed. Oh well. I mean, the volcano is on fire. We should probably rush a little bit. So this is Old Smokey. Jeepers! The whole mountain is on fire, and so are the plants. Seriously, the plants to the left of us are on fire. Wow! I've always seen it from town, but I've never been this close before. Well, don't just stand there gawping. It ain't exactly what you might call safe around by here. That's why people and fairies tend to steer clear. And anywhere us lot give a wide berth, you can bet beasties will be flippin' love. Brace yourselves, we're in for a bumpy ride. Watch out for the lava, Oliver. I doubt even a wizard could survive falling into that. Don't worry, I'll be real careful. If we all work together, we'll make it through this, just like we made it through the trials. You're right. There's inspirational tidy! Let's crack on then, shall we? Don't stop till you reach the top. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I go over the next bios I have to go over, because there's still some new things. So cutting, and I'll see you at the very first familiar that we're going to be going over.